After watching this, you will never stop working out. In this video, you will learn 7 Stoic rules to build a body they can't break and a mind they can't control. Stoicism was never about weakness. It was about strength, of the mind and of the body. The Stoics understood something modern men forget. A weak body makes discipline harder. A weak mind makes life unbearable. 1. The body is a tool of the mind. Epictetus once said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." Imagine a man who believes he is free, yet he cannot wake up when he decides to. His cravings command him. His impulses pull the strings. His body says now, and his mind obeys. This is not freedom. This is quiet slavery. True self-mastery does not begin in the mind. It begins in the body. When you train your body to rise before comfort, to move when it would rather rest, to endure when it wants escape, something changes. The mind learns discipline. The mind learns obedience. The mind learns that you are in command. Waking early is not about productivity. Exercise is not about appearance. Enduring discomfort is not punishment. These are acts of rebellion against weakness. They are not fitness habits. They are freedom practices. And the man who masters his body no longer begs life for control. He takes it. 2. Comfort is the enemy of strength. Seneca once wrote, "Set aside a certain number of days during which you shall be content with the scantiest and cheapest fare." At first glance, these words sound strange, even unnecessary. Why would a wealthy Roman choose discomfort when comfort was available? Because Seneca understood something most men today do not. Comfort is seductive. It does not attack loudly. It whispers. It tells you to sleep a little longer, to eat a little more, to avoid effort, to postpone struggle until tomorrow, and slowly, quietly, it weakens you. The Stoics did not seek pain for its own sake. They were not obsessed with suffering. They were obsessed with preparedness. They trained discomfort on purpose so that when life became harsh, it would not surprise them. When you expose yourself to voluntary hardship, you remove fear from the equation. Cold showers teach the body that shock is survivable. Hard training teaches the mind that exhaustion is not death. Simple food reminds you that pleasure is optional, not essential. Each act of chosen discomfort hardens you in silence. Not aggressive, not loud, just unbreakable. Because when life inevitably applies pressure, loss, rejection, failure, uncertainty, you will not collapse. You have already been there. Comfort creates fragile men. Discomfort forges resilient ones. And the man who can endure what he chooses will never be destroyed by what he cannot avoid. 3. Endurance builds an unshakable mind. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Life does not ask for your permission before it tests you. It applies pressure without warning. Fatigue, failure, pain, loss. Most men break not because the weight is too heavy, but because they were never trained to carry it. Endurance is the bridge between the body and the mind. It is built rep by rep, step by step, breath by breath. When your muscles burn and your lungs beg you to stop, the real training begins. This is the moment Marcus was pointing to. The body says, enough. The mind decides, continue. Each time you choose to endure, you carve a new identity. You learn that discomfort is information, not a command. That fatigue is temporary. That pain is not the enemy. Fear of pain is. Modern life removes struggle wherever it can. Comfort at a button. Entertainment on demand. Effort optional. But the Stoic chooses resistance. Long walks when the mind is restless. Hard training when motivation is absent. Silence when the world demands reaction. Because endurance does something rare. It teaches calm inside chaos. And the man who can remain calm under strain cannot be controlled. He does not panic. He does not rush. He does not collapse. He endures. And endurance practiced daily turns an ordinary man into an unshakable one. 4. Discipline is greater than motivation. Epictetus said, First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. Motivation is emotional. It rises and falls. It depends on mood, energy, and circumstance. Discipline does not. Most men wait to feel ready. They wait for inspiration. They wait for the perfect moment. That moment never comes. The Stoics understood this trap. They did not rely on feeling strong. They trained to act despite weakness. Discipline is choosing action when the mind offers excuses, training when enthusiasm is gone, working when recognition is absent, remaining calm when anger feels justified. This is where character is built. Modern life worships motivation, short bursts of excitement, temporary hype, empty promises, but motivation fades the moment resistance appears. Discipline remains. It is quiet, uncelebrated, invisible to others. Yet it shapes everything. A disciplined man does not negotiate with himself. He does not argue with comfort. He decides and moves, day after day, without drama, without applause. And slowly something powerful happens. Action becomes identity. Consistency becomes confidence. And confidence becomes calm strength. Epictetus was clear. Decide who you are, then live as that man, regardless of how you feel. Because the man ruled by motivation is fragile, but the man ruled by discipline cannot be stopped. 5. Simplicity sharpens the mind. Seneca wrote, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor." Look around the modern world. Too much noise, too many opinions, too many possessions, too many desires pulling the mind in every direction. Most men are not weak, they are overloaded. The Stoics understood that excess dulls the mind. It scatters attention, it creates dependency, it breeds dissatisfaction. Simplicity does the opposite. When you reduce what you consume, you increase what you control. Simple food teaches restraint. A minimal environment restores clarity. Silence sharpens thought. This is not about living with nothing. It is about needing nothing. A man who needs little cannot be manipulated. Modern life trains you to crave endlessly. More comfort, more stimulation, more validation. The Stoic steps away. He eats to nourish, not to escape. He rests to recover, not to avoid life. He owns tools, not distractions. And in this simplicity, the mind becomes clear again. Decisions become easier. Focus returns. Anxiety fades. Because when your life is simple, your mind is no longer divided. Seneca knew this truth well. The fewer desires you carry, the lighter you move through the world. And a light mind is a sharp mind. 6. Control of emotion is true power. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The best revenge is not to be like your enemy." Most men believe power is loud, anger, reaction, intimidation. But Marcus, an emperor surrounded by chaos, understood something deeper. The man who loses control of his emotions has already been defeated. Anger hands your mind to another. Fear shrinks your vision. Envy poisons your peace. The Stoic does not suppress emotion, he observes it. When anger rises, he does not obey it. When fear appears, he does not flee from it. When insult comes, he does not react blindly. He pauses. That pause is power. Modern life is designed to provoke you. Social media thrives on outrage. News feeds amplify fear. People test boundaries constantly. The undisciplined man reacts. The Stoic responds. Control does not mean coldness. It means choice. You choose silence over impulse, calm over chaos, principle over pride. And with every moment of restraint, your authority grows, quietly. Marcus knew this well. If you cannot govern your inner world, you will always be ruled by the outer one. The strongest man in the room is rarely the loudest. He is the calmest. And calm, when trained daily, becomes unshakable power. 7. Strength exists to serve virtue. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one." Strength alone is not enough. Discipline alone is not enough. Endurance alone is not enough. Without virtue, strength becomes arrogance. Without purpose, discipline becomes obsession. Without wisdom, endurance becomes empty suffering. The Stoics train the body and the mind for one reason only: to live rightly, to act with justice when it is difficult, to remain honest when deception is easier, to stay calm when cruelty feels tempting. True strength is not domination. It is restraint. It is using power to protect, not to impress. Using discipline to serve principle, not ego. Using clarity to choose what is right, even when no one is watching. In a world chasing pleasure and approval, the Stoic chooses character. He builds his body so it can endure life's demands. He sharpens his mind so it cannot be deceived. He disciplines his emotions so they cannot rule him. Not to stand above others, but to stand firm within himself. This is the Stoic man, calm, capable, grounded, and if these ideas resonate with you, if you seek strength without chaos, discipline without ego, and wisdom that applies to real life, you are welcome here. Subscribe, stay, and continue the path. Because mastery of the self is the greatest power a man can achieve.